Hello, guys. We are back here in the Hive. So today is Friday, and I'm so excited that I am starting this new series here on the channel. And it's called In the Hive with, right? And then that's always going to change depending on. Oh no, I must have myself on another screen. I'm hearing an echo. There we go. There's always got to be something, right? Okay. So anyways, it's the In the Hive with series. So it's going to be me bringing on additional people from other YouTube channels, other crocheters and crafty creatives. And today I am going to be welcoming my amazing guest. Her name is Shaiyeh. And she is fabulous. So I'm not going to do a big introduction because I want to bring her on. I'm so excited that she's here with me today, all the way from Sweden. So let's go ahead and bring Shaiyeh in. Hello, Shaiyeh.
Hi.
Thank
Hello.
you so much for coming on to the channel. I'm so happy to
Thanks
have
for
you.
having me.
Yes, you get to be the first, the guinea pig.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I was trying to figure out when I found your channel. And I think it was actually from, YouTube recommends people to you. And I think it was because you had done that video of the snails that actually was like, oh, it was getting popular. I think that video was like pretty popular for you. And so they recommended it. And I just thought you were amazing from the get-go. I just love the vibe, that you put out there. I love the snails. You were like, how many can I make in a certain amount of time? And even did the micro crochet, which I like to do as well. So tell me a little bit about that snail challenge, or what was it that kind of got you into doing those?
I found the snails first. I have two snail videos actually. I first found them when the creator of the snails made her first snails and just absolutely fell in love with strawbert. It's a snail with a strawberry as a shell, and I just followed it for a while because the pattern wasn't out yet. So I was just hyping these snails up. And as soon as they dropped, I was like, I need the snails. So I got the pattern, and then I just wanted to make them all and make it into a video. So I did. And and then I was in a test knit, and that's when I did the video. So I both made some fruit snails from the original bundle, and then wow, I'm so good at knowing facts about myself. And then I was also in a test for the Easter snails. So I combined making some fruit snails with the Easter snail bundle for my first video. And that really took off for me. That was my first video to really get like some traction, like quickly. So I just ended up wanting to make more snails. But I had quite a long period of time between my first snail video and the most recent one, which was Halloween snails. Because even though I love snails and I know people on YouTube also love snails, evidently I didn't want to just post nothing but snails.
Be the snail girl.
Well, I don't mind being the snail lady.
You're going to be typecast. It's Shaiyeh the snail girl.
Yeah, I'm going to have to move a cat. He's
Cheddar.
Everything. Everyone say hi to Cheddar.
Hi,
he's
Cheddar.
bleeding.
Oh, he's so cute. He's always popping into the videos. I love it.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah. And a quick good morning to MJ and Lana and Angel. I see you gals are in the chat. And Salala is here. Hello.
Welcome.
So I am going to be asking Shaiyeh lots of questions, but if you guys in the chat have other questions you'd like to ask her, please go ahead and put them in there. I'll be keeping an eye on the chat as well, so we can kind of sprinkle those throughout as well. So yeah. And I know you have a snail next to you, just so we can show people what we're talking about. I always think showing and telling is good too. So show off your most recent snail make.
It's Timbert. He's a Christmas tree, and I love him.
Oh my god, he's so cute. Look at him. Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
So festive.
And so the pattern, you do pattern testing, right? So that was a pattern test for the creator, and remind me the name of the creator if people want to look for the snail
Garden
pattern.
Hoe Crochet.
Garden Hoe Crochet.
Yeah.
Okay, Garden Hoe Crochet. So yes, she does pattern tests, and she put the call out. I tried to get in on it because the Christmas ones were too cute. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, yes, I'll make them all if you want me to. But sadly, I think I was too late in the game, and but I was glad you got to make timber, and you even added the little like ornaments, which I thought was a
the
cute
little
add.
baubles. I had to. I had the perfect beads for it, so I just had to add them.
It's perfect. It's like the only thing that you could add that would have just like even made it even that much cuter, you know. So it's perfect. So, yeah.
Well, maybe tinsel, but
or maybe tinsel.
I don't have any. I don't have any scale tinsel, unfortunately. Yeah. But I might have to source some because I do have a Christmas snail video coming up. So
I was gonna say they have. You could probably do something like that, and or making like little candy canes with these. I just got these. Shaiyeh knows I went shopping at Joann's yesterday because I'm making Santa. I'm doing a crochet along, so I needed this gold. I only needed the gold though, but I had to buy the whole set. So I was like, oh, really? But anyways, you could do something like they have a silvery one too. Make a little tinsel like chain or something. Hi, Mandy. Good morning, and hi, Suki's in the house. Welcome in. So I want to know, what's your favorite craft if you could only choose one? So I know you do more than just crochet, and you can let us know too what other things that you
do. I do a lot of things. I do crochet, obviously, and I knit and I spin. I do spinning. I paint and draw. Is that a craft?
Yes, of course.
I
mean, art. I mean, I
know
think
it's a craft. But like for the question, if I can just choose one favorite, which one would it be? I don't know. Do I do more things at the moment?
You dye yarn.
I don't know. But yeah, I dye yarn. I sew. Yeah, I do things. I make stuff. I have no idea how to choose a favorite, but I feel like crochet is more all round, and I get to make snails. So I guess I have to pick crochet.
For the snails alone.
The word knitting, but I think the snails bring me over to the crochet side. So
right? Yes, I know. There's just something about when you can make something three-dimensional like that, and it's just so stinking cute, and it makes all of us adults like go, oh my gosh, it's so cute, you know. It's like brings back that childhood excitement, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all about the cute stuff. Looking at the background, and I've got Sylvanians and little Care Bears and stuff. So I collect cute things. I have a huge collection of vintage My Little Ponies as well. So
that's awesome.
I definitely am all about the cute. So
yeah. Yes, I know. I get that. I love collecting things too. I've got like some of the DIY book nooks up here, and I collect like little things. I love little things. I just think that's just so cool. So I get that. Oh my gosh. So what got you into crocheting and knitting, like all of the craftiness? Like what got you started with that?
I actually learned mostly all of it from my mum and grandma growing up. So that's kind of where it started. I never really got into crochet until a couple of years ago, actually. I tried to learn, but it didn't stick. I also tried bobbin lace in school at one point and really liked it.
I'll have to look up what bobbin lace is.
Pardon?
I said I'm going to have to look up what bobbin lace is because I'm not sure. I haven't heard of that.
It's really fun, actually. I kind of want to try it again and see if I remember how to do it, but I don't have the supplies for it. But yeah, what got me started is just learning as a child. My mum is also and my grandma was also very crafty and knit lots and stuff like that. So I naturally wanted to learn, and so I did. And I think I was really into cross stitch up until like early teens, and then I didn't craft other than like drawing and painting for a lot of years until when I found the world of knitting on YouTube and kind of and also found Ravelry and stuff like that. So
Yeah, and the world of
Um,
patterns. There's so
yes,
many
exactly.
patterns out there. It's like,
Exactly.
if we actually printed out and put together all the patterns that we've saved, I think like the stack
Mm.
would be huge,
Oh, yeah. Especially some patterns nails are really, really thick. I printed off one a couple of weeks ago when I started my winter doodle sweater,
Hmm.
and that pattern is like it's a thick pile of paper
Wow.
because it's a lot of
And it's a
patterns.
wearable pattern and
Yeah, it
it's
is.
that thick. Wow.
Yeah, it's got lots of little colorwork
Yeah.
charts that you can mix and match to make your own sweater, and it's really cool. But it's a really, really thick pattern.
Yeah.
I didn't look at it when I printed it. I'll just go ahead and print this because I
Right.
realized I needed to print it to make
Yeah.
notes and draw on the doodle thing and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And then it just kept going and it ran out of paper and I was like, what's going on? I'm
Then your
printing
ink
a
runs
book.
out and you're like, oh my gosh, what am I printing a book?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. Yes. I know. I think my dog, is it my dog GAN or my cat GAN? One of the two. They have like 60 pages or something because each one has a
Mm,
chart and the pattern too, and there's quite a few squares. So
yeah.
yeah, can get kind of long.
Hmm.
Oh, the pinned link is not working for you. Okay, Angel, hang on a second. Let's get Shai's channel here. I just want to make sure you guys have it. But you know, if you go into the description below, actually, we have her channel is also linked there. So I just want to make sure though that you guys can get to her because you got to throw some yarn in her window, of course. But while I'm looking at that, what made you want to start your YouTube channel? What got you on
Ooh.
that journey?
Um, that was also finding all of the patterns and all of the channels and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I actually had a channel before this channel that was more focused on makeup, alternative makeup. But I kind of ran out of steam on that because I mean, I love makeup, but not that much that I want a makeup channel, if that makes
Mhm.
sense.
Yep.
Um, and also, it was like back in the day when makeup was really, really big on YouTube, and
Mhm.
there was, even in the alternative space, quite the pressure to keep up with like makeup trends, and they
Yep.
changed all the time. And also, the
Yep.
makeup space on YouTube was so full of drama. I'm sure some people who are watching were there for like the beauty space on YouTube and
Mhm.
Dramageddon and all of that. It was horrible.
Mhm.
So I kind of dropped off of that, but I started missing making videos.
Mhm.
Um, and then I found all of the knitting stuff and started knitting um, from fancy patterns and not fancy and fancy, but like interesting patterns. And yeah, then I started posting on YouTube. And I'm sorry, I he's trying to dig in my pencil case for some reason, and it's
Cheddar.
distracting me. Yeah, cheddar. There
Oh, that's
we
so
go.
fun. My cats just sleep. Like they rarely ever like Merlin is over here, but his eyes are closed. He's having a nice nap, and Arthur
Hmm.
will probably be behind the wall that I have behind me. So yeah, they
No,
stay out of
Cheddar's
it.
been sleeping all day, but no, it's time to wake up and be a little nuisance.
Yes, he hears you
So
talk. That's what it
yeah,
is.
it is.
So
Yep.
what's been your biggest challenge that you've faced kind of here on YouTube since you started the channel? And trying to get monetized. I know recently you
Mhm.
did just get to start memberships, and I can say I
Yeah,
was your first member. I was very
yeah,
excited.
you were. You're great for that. Thank you.
I started the train. I wanted to like make it like
Yeah.
a wildfire kind of thing, just like give her some love.
I'm super grateful for that. That was kind of crazy, actually, how it just kept going in chat for a bit.
Yeah.
I'm still blown away. But um, one of the challenges for me, like, because I've been monetized for a while now, I don't make a lot of it on it, but it's enough to like help buy yarn. So
Hmm.
like everything that I get from that goes right back into the channel, um, which is very helpful because that was probably my biggest struggle before that was not being able to afford yarn and not being able to afford making content at the pace I wanted to make it. because yarn isn't cheap
No.
and patterns aren't cheap.
Mm-mm.
And yeah, so
Yeah.
that was a really big challenge for me to manage to run a channel with very limited
Res-
options,
Yeah.
basically. So
This. Yeah. Well, so good. So,
um,
and you're on an upward climb, which is awesome. So I think that as people know about your channel and get, familiar with you, it'll just exponentially get better, I think, as time goes on, for you. So I'm excited to see that.
thank you.
So of all the things that you've made, do you have a favorite?
Yeah. If we don't talk about the snails because they're not my 100% my creation, my favorite creation is my strawberry picnic bag that I
Okay.
designed earlier this year and
I'm
made
going
a
to show you
tutorial of.
guys. It's right
Yeah,
here. And I'm making it. I mean, if you guys have been
yeah.
hanging out on the channel, I've mentioned it several times. And I just got the seed beads. So that's my next thing I got to do for it. But it is so cute. Ugh, good choice.
I actually really love how it's said. I have another version of it as well that is currently a cat bed, so it's probably full of hair. But I made one with gingham squares as well, and
That's so pretty. I like that.
I love this pattern that I made. If I may say so myself, I'm really
Yeah.
happy with it. So
Yeah. That
that's
it's
probably my favorite creation so far.
very, very cute. So is this crafting, is this your full-time job or is this in addition to something else?
No, it's full time for me. I haven't been able to work for a number of years due to my health. So
Mhm.
this is what I do. This is what keeps me busy during the days and such. So it's definitely my full time.
Keeps
I
you,
do it full time too. So
yeah. Yeah. Well, you do a lot of vlogging, which I think is a lot of fun. So
Mhm.
we get to kind of peek into your life and see what you're up to and what projects you're working on and things like that. So I think that's a lot of fun. And I think I kind of remember you had said before in one of your vlogs that you tend to make things more for yourself that you find, cute or whatever, or you'll do pattern tests and things like that, right?
Mhm.
Instead of like making things for other people. But you do have also
Yeah.
some patterns as well. So there's kind of a good mix. So, yeah. Um, so if you could tell yourself one thing back at the very start of your YouTube journey, what would that be?
Well, it would be that make stuff you like and think are fun and encolors you, think are fun, even if it doesn't fit a brand.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because I used to be very, very like scared to not to step outside of like branding.
Mm-hmm.
And um I'm that kind of person whose style shifts a lot from time to time. So well, I talked about this in my most recent video as well. So this is probably me repeating myself for some of you, but um and now I lost train of thought. Wonderful. Yay. Me live. I lose my brain. It's just how it is.
Okay,
But
I get it. I get it. And
um what did I last say?
while
God,
you're thinking, I'm going to
I'm
say
so
hi to
sorry.
Shima. I saw Shima joined us. So hello, hello. And Salala loves
Hello,
the
hello.
strawberry bag as well. So I saw those comments come through, ladies. In fact, I'm going to grab the tutorial for the strawberry bag because if you guys are interested in making it, I can share that with you. So here's the link to that strawberry bag, by the way. Anyways, so
Thank you.
yeah.
um Also, sorry for not really looking at chat. It's not in my usual place. I forget to look at it, and I've got notes on this side, so I
You're
am
doing great.
distracted. There are also cats on both sides of me right now, so
And
I'm
then
very
Cheddar's getting into the
distracted.
pencils, and then you're like, oh my
Yeah.
God, just wait. And then if
Elsa
your
just
other
walked in
cat
here
comes
and
in,
is
Elsa's
looking
going to be
like,
like behind your head. And,
yeah.
oh
No, but I
gosh.
used to be scared of like stepping outside of the brand, so to speak,
Mhm.
and I think I got to saying that my style shifts a lot, which is fine. And sometimes I like a very, very alternative, like all black clothes. And other times I just swap all of the black clothes for all of the pink clothes. And that's fine. That's who I am. That's who I've always been. But I
Mhm.
used to be scared of doing that thing, and that kind of kills creativity.
It really does.
So,
Yeah.
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 So
I think that
that's something I would tell myself. Just do whatever.
yeah.
Because if you are having fun, people will see that you're having fun, and
Mhm.
that's a better vibe anyway. So,
Right. I think that that's really awesome advice. And even Salala just said, I think doing what you love will also show in the quality of videos because you're enjoying what you do more. And
mm,
I've always struggled with that too, with my channel. But I think because if you're constantly following and chasing trends and not being
mm,
true to yourself and what you love, that's going to show, because
yeah,
your excitement comes from that, comes from what inspires you, not what may be
exactly.
trending on YouTube right now.
Hmm.
So, we want people to love us for who we are and what we can bring to the community. So I think that's awesome.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So do you know how many whips that you have? Like, do you go one by one, or are you that organized? I'm
Um,
not. So,
no, no, no. I always have several things going at the same time. I think I have. Well, I just started one like half an hour before starting streaming. This is my most recent cast on. It's going to be a beret.
mhm.
But I've got that one. I've got another bag. I've got uh, one, two, um, three. I've got a bunch, and I'm in the middle of a video right now about starting new projects. So there's going to be a bunch more as well. And then I'm starting a Christmas sweater project
Mhm.
soon as well. So that's going to be another project. I have no idea. I
Yeah.
was all out of projects. And that's why I started this video, because I do a lot of finishing projects videos
Mhm.
as well. That's something I really enjoy doing, because I'm very good at starting things and not finishing them,
Yep.
and then they just sit somewhere for like a year or more until I decide to finish it. And I finished all of my projects recently, so I had nothing else to do. So now I'm starting projects, so I have more projects to finish in the future.
There you go.
Yeah, I have no idea how many I have going at the moment.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. So that kind of leads into the next question, which is that, and you may or may not have this, but do you have anything that you've started or maybe started a long time ago that you're just finally going to decide, you know what, I'm never going to finish this? So then, are you going to frog it? What are you going to do with it? That kind of a thing. Is there any project that you've done that you could say that about?
I've had projects like that I have already ripped out. I've actually also ripped out an entire finished and blocked and worn sweater because I didn't use it and stuff like that. But currently, I
Oh.
don't. I have one project that I am meaning to work on. It's the Hexie Puff quilt.
Hmm.
It's called the Beekeeper's Quilt
Hmm.
by Tiny Owl Knits, and I have started on that one, and I keep meaning to make more hexie puffs, but it never happens
Hmm.
because it's making basically two sock toes, and I have other things that I want to make.
And
But
I
I
have I
I,
have an
I will
image
make something with it.
that
Pardon?
you shared with me ahead of time. So not the strawberry one. Hang on, I'm gonna take this one
Mhm.
out and show you guys. So this is what she's talking about. This is the beekeeper's quilt that she's talking about that she started, right?
It's
So
really, really cute.
it
I
is really
really like it.
maybe
Yeah,
like
and it's a really
coasters.
good way.
Can you make coasters
Mhm.
out of the few that you've done? Like
Oh, I don't think so. It's too puffy.
it's too puffy.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, but I will definitely make something with the ones I've made, and I think I can finish maybe a small lap blanket or something. It could
Mm.
be a video.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know.
See.
So I have lots of scraps that could go in that project. So
Mhm. It's very cute, but I could see
Yeah,
that.
it is.
I could see that. I have a blanket myself that it's a pixel, like a mini pixel granny square. It was
Ooh,
meant to be
yeah.
Totoro. It's like a Totoro one, but
Ah,
I just started making a bunch of squares and I've got like 3 gallon size bags full of squares
mm,
and they're not even like I can't even turn them into something else because the colors don't really go well
mm,
together until you make it
mm,
into Totoro. So I'm like, I don't know, but I totally get that. It's like, do you keep it
mm.
or do you frog it? It's the ultimate
No, no,
question.
I keep it. I keep it. I finished something with it. It's no biggie. I couldn't frog it and use the yarn for anything else anyway because it's such small amounts.
Mm-hmm.
It would be like a granny stripe blanket or something instead, and I think I would rather make the hexie puffs than
Yeah,
that. So,
yeah. But that's
so yeah.
like, so
But
you
I've
said they're
definitely
toe
done it
socks,
before.
or they're like the toes of socks that you make into the
Yeah,
little. Okay.
yeah.
So Lala said that will take forever. Good luck with it. I'm not strong enough.
Well, it has taken forever so far, and I'm not close to having a blanket. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Suki says, "Wow."
It's knit. It's knit, Angel. It's a knit blanket. But you could probably crochet hexies, and that would probably be faster. So
I would.
you could
That,
make a crochet hexie puff blanket.
yeah. Well, they have hexie cardigans, right? So
Mm-hmm.
the hexie blanket would be for those that want to make a bunch of hexagons.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So, do you have anything coming in the pipeline that you can let us in on? Is there anything you're excited about?
Yeah, I'm super excited. More snails, obviously. More
Nice.
Christmas snails. And I mentioned the Christmas sweater that I'm starting. Speaking of
Mhm.
hexagons, I think I'm going to make a hexagon sweater
Ooh,
or cardigan. Um, so yeah, I have a bunch more stuff that I'm excited about.
that's
Some Christmas, some not Christmas. So yeah,
mm,
I'm excited.
that's awesome. Yay. I know I've already started decorating. I'm like, you know what? 2 months of happiness is better than one. So,
Mhm.
yeah.
I'm usually decorate in December, and I'm usually good with like waiting until December. But this year I've just been so Christmas. I want everything to be Christmas now. I don't know why. It's just a vibe. It's a mood.
It's a mood, yeah. And I think that
Mhm.
it's not just you. I feel like that's kind of across the board. We have quite a few people that have
Mhm.
already started putting Christmas lights out, which is kind of what sparked me wanting to decorate my space. And my daughter's like, today we're getting out all our Christmas stuff and then we're decorating. Like she's all excited. So, oh my,
David is firmly my partner. He's firmly against decorating before December 1st, but I'm gonna be sneaky and make a little Christmassy snail tree behind me. So
oh, cute. Are you gonna make the little miniature ones or are you gonna make the full size?
I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see in the video what I make.
And where are you from originally? I know when I first found you, I thought you were from the UK just based on the accent, and I'm not 100% great at accents, I'll admit. But tell me, where are you from?
I'm from Sweden, but my dad is part British, so I grew up speaking both languages. So
So you've got the mix.
that's where it comes from.
You've got a mixture of accents.
Yeah.
My accent radar was like, wait a sec. So what does it look like for you day to day? What does kind of a day in Shy's life look like?
Ooh, coffee before anything else, because I cannot function without a tub of coffee in the morning, and then
Mhm.
I sit down to usually do some YouTube admin, like responding to comments and looking looking at stuff, maybe scripting for videos and stuff like that. I usually sit with that kind of thing. And
Mhm.
then I start working on some projects, or if I'm in the editing part of a video, I'll be editing.
Mhm.
And yeah, that's kind of the day. I try to get a long ish walk in every day. if it's not super rainy, because I don't like that. Nobody likes that.
Does it rain a lot in Sweden, or?
Nah, it's not too bad.
That's
Could be
good.
worse.
Like living where I live in
It's been
Washington. It's like 3/4 of the year it's raining.
oh.
It's quite dreary.
At least where I live, it's not super rainy. And then
Yeah.
I have the horses once a week, and yeah, that's sort of it.
Are they
I'm
your
really bad
horses?
at. They're not mine. No, I co-ride, so I take care of them and ride them, but then I don't own them. So
Mm-hmm. I've seen them pop in on your videos here and there, so I wasn't sure if those were
yeah.
yours. Oh, that's awesome. So you may have already kind of answered this question, but do you have a favorite beverage of choice?
Coffee, and I really like tea as well, but definitely coffee.
Yeah. And what kind
I
of
like
coffee
iced
is it? Do
coffee.
you do iced coffee?
hmm
Sweet or unsweet?
Unsweetened.
Okay. Do you put milk
I'm
in
not
it?
super into. Yeah, I
Nope.
do. I'm not super into like sugary drinks at all. I like zero sugar things. So
Mm-hmm.
like I will have sweetened coffee if it's like a zero sugar
Yeah.
syrup, but I don't like the aftertaste of sugary drinks at all.
Mm.
Same with like soda and stuff. I don't. I only drink zero. Sorry, my voice is going. Um, pardon. Um, but yeah, other than that, I do like water, which is I'm gonna have some water because my voice is going. Hydration check, everyone.
Yes.
Bringing that over from my channel.
I like that you do that. That's something I need to do better with. I'm more of a drink coffee. I drink coffee a lot. I do switch
Mm,
to decaf eventually. Like this is decaf, but I will have
yeah.
more later. So kind of an up and down of the coffee
Mm.
train. Have you do you enjoy traveling, and have you traveled to the States, or have you been anywhere exciting? Have you left Sweden?
I have left Sweden before. I've never been outside of Europe. I've been to Denmark. I've been to the UK, obviously, and like I've been to England, Wales, and Scotland.
Mm.
I've been to Germany, the Netherlands, and Belgium. I think that's it. Never been to the States. Maybe one day I will. Also, cat. I don't know if he's visible in the camera,
He
but I have
is.
a cat in my
He
lap.
is. His little top of his head, his little orange head. Oh, we got Michael in the chat. Michael is from MDL Crochet. He does exclusively Tunisian crochet. Have you done
Oh,
Tunisian
that's so
before?
cool. I've never tried that. It's something I want to try at some point. It
Yeah.
looks really
Well,
cool.
check out his channel. That's
Yeah, we'll do.
exclusively what he does. He's got a lot of good things on there. And Salala, I'm clutching my pearls while drinking my full sugar soda. Oh, that's awesome.
You enjoy your full sugar soda.
I know.
I'm not one
I
to
do
yuck
the
others'
zero one
yums.
too. The zero, I feel like the zero, like if you're gonna do a soda, the zero, like Coke or whatever it is that you're drinking, is better than the diet Coke. I don't know. It's a different sweetener, but it's much better
Mm.
in my opinion. um, yeah. So, do you guys? So, in the audience, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat, and we will ask Shai those questions. What would you say inspires your creative style? Do you have things that just kind of like you eat up when you see them and it just makes you inspired to do things on your channel?
Yeah, yeah. I sometimes like the snails. I see something and I fall in love, and then it's all I can think about for a while.
Yeah. Get a little obsessive.
Yeah, a bit hyperfixated
Yeah.
sometimes, maybe on things. That's me and the winter doodle sweater as well. That's me and the pink and mint combination of colors right now as well. Like my Stephen West shawl that I made, that I unfortunately can't go and get at the moment because there is a
Ah,
cat. But I have 3 videos dedicated to it on my channel.
mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, that
so,
and you
oh,
made those like so what got you into dyeing yarns, like crossing that threshold from just purchasing to dyeing?
I just wanted to try it, and then it was really fun, so I kept doing it.
Yeah.
So, my sister-in-law and I dye yarn together a lot, and she and I both found chemnitz tutorials on YouTube
Mm.
at the same time, and I just got a tail in my mouth. Thank you. Cat.
You can't
So,
edit Jen out, okay? This is what you get with live.
it's his live stream now.
That's right. It's all about cheddar.
Yep, it's always all about cheddar.
Oh my gosh, that's too funny.
And thank you, Salala. It is this is the Chained Oblivion cardigan by Kelsey Garner. If you want to go and check it out.
Very cute.
I love it. It is super cute.
And Gypsy's in there. Hello, Gypsy. What were you gonna say, Ty?
Hello. I don't know.
I cut you off. That broke the brain, the mental like flow. So, do you have any favorite channels that you just, for whatever reason, and it doesn't even have to be crochet, this could be from anything, right? Is there anybody that you just like, you have to see their videos? You have to watch everyone.
Yeah, I have a couple. One of my, or probably my very top favorite is Froggy Crossing. She does Animal Crossing, and she also does crochet and like thrift hauls and stuff like that. I love her channel. I love her style. She's just wonderful in my opinion, and I really enjoy also Passionate Kelsey, which
her
is
on my channel, or not have
crochet.
her on my channel, but I watch her as well. She's
Yeah,
cute.
she's great. I have all of one. I don't have kids. I'm not interested in having kids, but I have one mum vlogger I follow, and that is a person in Japan called Lena in Japan. I just really enjoy her. Like, I don't know, it's calming to me. Her grocery shopping and cooking and like it's like lifestyle vlogging. I really like her content. It's very not something I would usually go for, but I just love her content. I'm not interested in anybody else who does that kind of content, but her channel is so good.
Yeah.
So I just watch all of her videos.
That's awesome. Sometimes you just feel like a connection with people, you know, and their personality, stuff like that. I think that's fun to watch, you know. And we're getting some new people in the chat. So wait, the name does not fit the color, Solala said. What were we talking about?
Oh, the cardigan. No.
Oh.
The sample cardigan was, I think, in a very moody dark red, or grey or something. It was grey. I think it was grey.
Yeah.
but I am the kind of person who will just take anything and make it pink. And I also have little heart-shaped buttons on it because I can. So
because why not? I mean, what else would you do, right? I mean, no boring buttons on a pink cardigan. Come on.
No.
We've got Lana and Sunita are here. Hi, Sunita. Hello, Lana.
Hello.
Oh, Chained Oblivion. That's right, Chained Oblivion, and it's all in pink. I love it. I was never into pink until my son. It was his favorite color for the longest time. I don't know that he would still consider it his favorite because it's been his sister's favorite. So, you know, anytime the sisters is one thing, then the brother's like, no, it's out, you know? So, but ever since, like, I gravitate towards pink a lot. So, yeah.
It's a great color.
It's such a pretty color. Like, oh my God. I was showing you before we jumped in, and I'll show you guys. This is like my mini haul, but I got, these are on sale for $2.99 at Joann's, you guys. Big twist value. We've got, they're Christmassy, which I guess I understand, but what's the name of it? Oh my gosh. Okay, this one is Get Merry and Let's Mingle. And then this one reminded me of peppermint ice cream. But it's called Merry Mingle. So yeah, cardigans.
Super pretty.
Pretty cardigans.
Super
Yes.
pretty.
But I'm like, that pink just mixes so well with so many colors, you know?
Mhm.
So,
Yeah,
uh,
no, I can show my doodle sweater as well because it's got lots of pink as well. So this is my Christmas sweater in progress.
oh my gosh, they're
I love it.
cups, aren't they? The little
Yeah,
heart.
they are.
They're so
They
cute.
are.
Is that your pattern, Shy, or is that?
No, it's the one I printed. That's like a book
Oh,
that I
yes.
talked about
Okay.
earlier.
You know, it's cool because the way you describe the pattern, it's like a choose your own adventure for knitter, you know,
Yeah,
right?
it kind of
So
is.
you
Yeah,
get to like pick what you want in the next block or in the next block and stuff. So
yeah.
yeah, so that makes sense as to why it's like 100 pages long, I
Mm.
guess.
Yeah.
But you know, you sometimes get what did they call it? It's like option overload or whatever, where you just there's too many choices and then or
Hmm.
option paralysis, I think, something like that,
Yeah.
you know? It's like too many options. Just give
Oh,
me a few. Sanita is working on a hat, 15 piles of kindness beanie, and listening. Awesome. Yeah, what are you guys working on in the chat? Um, Shy has not had to, you know, the beanie I think was there just in case you needed to do something with your hands, but I don't think you've had to pick it up at all. So that's good. That's a
no,
good sign.
I haven't.
It's a good sign. I tend to forget what I'm trying to talk about if I pick things up. So my Thursday lives are always interesting because I have to frog a lot. Thank you, Salala. Analysis paralysis. That sounds about right. So, are there any other hobbies that are not in the artistic creative realm that you enjoy doing?
It would be the horseback riding, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if you can call that a hobby. Um, and the collecting of vintage My Little Ponies is definitely a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
Or like collecting cute stuff in general. I play Warhammer.
Warhammer. Okay. So, and
But
that's
that's creative
tabletop.
though. That's creative. I paint them, so
Oh,
maybe that's still under the creative umbrella.
it is. It
Oops.
is. It's yeah. It's definitely it's a mixture of creative
Yeah,
genres. So,
yeah,
and you video game as well.
yeah, I
I
do.
okay. What do you normally like to play?
I my favorite game is Genshin Impact,
Mm-hmm.
and I also really love Animal Crossing. All kinds of Animal Crossing. I also like Disney Dreamlight Valley.
Mm-hmm.
I will sometimes play Team Fortress 2 with David.
Mm-hmm.
It's his favorite game, and it's fun.
Yeah.
But the community on there is pretty horrible, so I
Oh no.
don't read the chat.
Yeah.
It's awful. It's awful.
Yeah.
But the game is fun. But
Yeah. If you're just
and
playing on your own, you don't need to read the chat.
exactly. And right now I'm playing through all of the Halo games with a childhood friend of mine because we
Oh,
grew up playing them. So, or grew up and grew up. We played them in high school.
mm-hmm. That's
So
awesome.
we're playing through it again. So
Mm-hmm.
it's really fun.
That's
So I
awesome.
play all kinds of things.
All kinds of things. Yeah. I used to do more of the like Legend of Zelda. You know, there was Banjo Kazooie. These were games when I was a
Mm.
kid. We would play, my brother and I would play them. And I accidentally deleted the game at the very end when we were at the
Oh
boss.
no.
He'll never forgive me
Oh
for that
no.
guy ever. He's like, he would not replay it. He's like, I will only play the end if you can get us back to where we were. He's like, you had to not only hit that you wanted to delete it, you had to confirm that you wanted to delete it. So, oh, brothers. So I don't know if we ever actually beat that game. And now that I think about it,
Oh no.
oh my gosh, that's so funny. Yeah. Lana is working on the stocking. I got the heel, but was hurting last night and had to stop. Aw, haven't started yet this morning. Yeah. Do you get like, do you work to the point where you start getting pain in your hands from all of the crafting that you do?
um
Or do you
well,
like make sure that you stop?
I have thumb support that I
Oh,
use sometimes with crochet. I don't need any of it with knitting.
hmm.
I'm usually fine with knitting, but I don't have a death grip. I think that's the thing with knitting is very loose, and I'm not a loose knitter, but I'm loose in my hands when I knit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that doesn't hurt me at all. But I have EDS, so my fingers do all sorts of dumb things, like my thumbs will go in the wrong place and stuff like that. So I have to use the support sometimes when I crochet, because I hold a hook differently, obviously, and especially when you're holding like a square in your hand. Sorry, my brain is going. Can't speak. Holding a granny square, especially in like cotton, you are crocheting pretty tight stitches. That
Yeah.
hurts a lot. So
I find with cotton, it's almost harder to get the stitches tight. So I think that you have to use more pressure, more
yeah.
on your hands. Yeah. And I never thought about the difference between knitting and crocheting in that respect with knitting, because it isn't as needing to really push the because the hook really has to get pushed through the stitches and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, I know you also do the mini gurumis like I do sometimes.
Yeah.
That is like torture sometimes. I don't know if you have experienced that, but like I know for myself with my stitches, I do tight stitching, and sometimes trying to get them through, like even with the lace hook, it's like, oh my gosh, come on, let's go. I have a hard time.
Weirdly, they're better for me than bigger crochet things.
Mm,
These are big enough that it won't hurt me, but
yeah.
like that size, that hurts. The micro crochet, I don't know. It's mostly just holding the very small thing that
Mm,
tends to hurt after a while, because
yeah.
again my thumb will just go in the wrong place.
Yeah.
But that's easily fixed with the wearing the supports.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I hold that hook differently from a bigger
Mm,
hook. I don't know. It doesn't hurt me as bad as bigger things do.
yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's good. I think it's like, and I've said this on a lot of the videos that I do, when you're doing the magic ring and then you're going to make starting the magic ring. If you do that first stitch a little bit looser, it's always like
mhm.
on that second round, that first stitch is always the tightest
Yeah.
stitch to get into again. So if you just make that
Mhm.
one a little looser, I think it's not as hard. So that's a
Yeah.
pro tip. So Lala says her partner just joined her on the couch and approves of your game selection, Shy. So you've got fellow gamer here. And Simply Made by Hand, her name's Bailey. She is here, and she's late. No worries, Bailey. We are glad that you were able to join us. And Alana is trying not to work through the pain, take a lot of breaks, and walk the dog around. Yep. Yeah, I think
Mm.
if you are, that would be a good suggestion. Like if you're new to crocheting or knitting or anything like that, just listen to your body. Um,
Yeah. Take breaks.
Take breaks. Yeah. Don't try to crochet for 8 hours and make it your full-time thing like that. I did that in the beginning, and the
Mm.
shooting pains down my arms was just crazy. It's not sustainable. So just take care and listen to.
Yeah, that's what I always say in my challenge videos, because I do quite a lot of those where I'm
Mm,
like knitting for 24 hours and stuff like that. I am always very upfront with the fact that I think that both me and others should not do that. Just use the timer app on your phone and timer for how long you work, and work over as long as you need to
yeah.
reach the 24 hours, because nobody's built for doing that for 24 hours straight, or even like
No.
4 hours straight. Is You need to stretch your hands, you need to stretch your back, you need to stand up and
You
walk around a
eat.
bit.
I mean,
It's just
I saw that was becoming a huge trend video that's been coming out, like, oh, I'm going to crochet for 24 hours or whatever.
mm,
And I've seen people doing it both ways, where they're like,
yeah.
okay, I'm going to be conscientious of myself. I'm going to pause the timer if I need to use the loo, or if I need to,
Mm,
eat, sleep, all those main, things you need to do. But then there's the people that crochet for 24 hours straight. And so I don't even
mm.
know. I feel like it's not a good gauge either of what you can actually accomplish in 24 hours, because you
Oh
get
no.
delirious by, a
Yeah.
certain amount of time, and then you're so slow, you're falling asleep, so it's not a good gauge.
Yeah. No, exactly. And also like your hands get tired and you can't work as fast, and you start missing stitches and have
Mm-hmm.
to start over and stuff like that. So no, I don't think you should
Yeah.
work
Yeah.
for too long.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, Simply Made says you don't want to injure your wrist. It hurts. Yes, it does. Yeah, and
Yeah.
once you've crossed that threshold, it's hard to it's hard to get back, and you lose
Hmm.
time on what you're working on because now you have to not work on anything for quite some time to heal. So yeah, you just
Yeah.
have to be smart about it. Yes, exactly. Like just taking the breaks and find. I think that's also too why it's good not to be just one craft, right? Or just one hobby. I think it's nice to
Hmm.
expand your horizons. So maybe there's a pain that you're feeling here because of how you're holding the crochet hook, but perhaps if you were drawing or perhaps if you were doing something different, working with clay or whatever it is, it won't hurt in the same way. So I think, having other things or reading, when in doubt, find a
Yeah.
good book.
Hmm.
Yeah. Do you watch any movies or shows? Is there anything like that you get really into?
Not really. I'm really bad at watching shows and movies. I will rewatch stuff that I know I like, but I don't like watching new things. I YouTube. I kind of know more what I'm getting into when I click on my favorite creators' videos than if
Mhm.
I go into. This is a whole topic of conversation for another day, maybe. But like, so many shows have so many themes in them these days that I really don't want to even touch with a 10-foot pole. So,
Mhm.
yeah, I don't do shows.
Yeah.
I don't really do movies either, unless I know it's going to be safe.
Mm.
So.
Mhm. Yep.
Also, like, I often feel like I can crochet or knit or do whatever while watching YouTube, but I can't do that the same way when I'm watching a movie. I
Mhm.
don't know what it is. I just struggle with concentrating on both the movie and my project. So it often feels like wasted time because it's usually not like it doesn't give me as much like,
Joy.
"Oh, this was really nice. I enjoyed this." It
Yeah.
doesn't give me that. So it's just 3 hours down the drain for me. I could have
Mhm.
used it on, like, playing a game or watched
Mhm.
a live stream from somebody I like watching on live stream or, like,
Yeah.
So
And do you tend to
no, I
do
don't really.
Yeah, yeah. I do K-dramas, so I can't crochet because I have to
Mm,
read.
yeah.
But they do put me in a happy place, so it's
Mm,
kind of my way of resetting the day for the next day, and just like
yeah.
putting everything down for an hour or whatever it is, and then going to bed. But yeah, other than that, I haven't watched movies in a long time either, or shows, and I'm not. I get probably the same thing, like just not finding ones that I'm that interested in watching.
Mhm,
Although I did watch Wednesday. I did watch that one,
mm.
the Addams Family one.
I did not. I thought about it, but I just
Didn't
didn't
get to
really. I don't have the energy to watch series.
to sit there for that long. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
no.
And hi, Sophie. I saw you popped on in. Hi there. Uh,
I
so, let's see. What else can we ask Shy? Um, where do you see your channel going? Is there sort of something that you're aspiring to on this journey, or have you already gotten there? That kind of a thing.
I'm basically here to have fun.
Yeah.
So, have fun and connect with people who watch me and stuff like that. So I would say that's a goal I've reached.
Mm.
I don't really have. I want 25,000 subs or something like that as a goal
Hmm.
because I mean I wouldn't mind if that happened, but I don't want to set goals like that because
Sure.
subscribe like that makes subscribers into a number
Hmm.
and they are people.
Right.
So um, yeah.
Yeah. No,
So I would say I have goals that are have fun,
yeah.
do stuff I like, connect with people,
Hmm.
sort of stuff like that.
Do you find that you're finding yourself watching more replays, or do you like to go into the lives and do chatting and that sort of a thing and actually connect on a more one-on-one sort of basis?
I like to do that, but I rarely manage to catch live streams, unfortunately. They're usually on times that are not the best for me, so
That's
I do
true.
end up watching replays.
That's true. What time is it in Sweden right now? It's
Right now
10:24 a.m.
it's almost 7:30 p.m. here now, so
Wow.
it's
So,
25 past. So
yeah. So it's getting late.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, I think so what are you planning to do after, hopping off? What's the rest of your day going to look like?
I'm gonna make some dinner, and then I am going to, I don't know, knit. I think I want to continue on this um,
Your
that I
beret.
started. Yeah, my beret. And I shouldn't because I'll lose my brain. Instinctively, just start knitting. Um,
You get in the zone.
yeah, and then I can't think instead. But yeah, no, I'm just gonna have a chill evening. Maybe work a little. That's also part of a video, so it's work.
Hmm.
What's not work when this is what you do on YouTube? But I
Yeah.
love this work. It's fun. I love it here. So
Yeah.
it's all good. But yeah, I think that's gonna be my evening. Maybe play some games.
Nice.
We'll
Or do
see.
you stay up late, or are you more of a I'm
Nah, not
in bed by
really.
10?
Well, it depends on what you think late is, I guess.
I
But
suppose that it is
I
subjective.
yeah, it is. But I don't like staying up very late now.
Mm,
I used to, but I just get too tired, and I realized that if I get up earlier, I get stuff done better. So,
yeah.
and if I get up earlier, I can't stay up late because then I don't get to sleep. So,
Burning the candle at both ends, right?
mm,
Oh my gosh, yes. Um, I think after this, I'll be going to Dutch Bros since we hopped on earlier than my usual lives are at 11. And so I was like, sent my daughter on the bus, and I usually will drive her in on the way to getting coffee because coffee's my jam too.
mhm.
So I was like, go on the bus today. I got to go and wish I. So, and I was like, it's just one day. It's okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. Is there any type of yarn that is your favorite to work with? Or, like any type of fiber, or any that you
Yeah,
absolutely hate, you know?
um I don't super love regular cotton,
Hmm.
like crochet cotton. I I am okay with cotton blends because they're soft, but the hard cotton I don't like. I love merino.
Mm.
That's one of my favorite things to knit with. A lot of my stuff that I knit is made of merino. This is also a merino and cotton mixed, actually. And recently, since I started making the snails, I've discovered I really, really love chenille yarn as well.
Mm.
Um, but I don't know if I really have anything that's also like I love or hate. If we talk about yarn weights, it's also like depending on what I want to do.
That's true.
I don't like knitting socks with really thick yarn. I
Mhm.
prefer thin yarn for that, and I like thick yarn for other things. Like it's hard to answer.
Angel is asking how we found each other's channels. So we touched on that a little bit when we first hopped in, but basically I found Shy because she posted a video about snails.
Snails.
So she's a pattern tester, or often ends up getting picked as a pattern tester for Garden Hoe Crochet. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Okay. Who I've started following now because that it's so genius, right? To come up with a pattern that, I mean, she's just pretty much, I would assume, she's the snail is the snail, and then the
Yep.
shell is what changes, right?
Yep.
You change the shell to a bunch of different things, and then I think, does she sell them in bundles or individually? I'm not sure, but um
They're in bundles.
they're in bundles, yeah. And then you're just, but it's like she's had Halloween, I know. She's had fruit,
Mm-hmm.
vegetables, I think I've seen.
Yep. Yep.
Christmas,
Christmas,
Easter.
Easter.
I think you mentioned Easter. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just, I think it's so cute. They're just really cute. So yeah, she had posted a video, and it I think was like this video that really got out on the YouTube streets, and so it was recommended to me, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love her, she's awesome. So I just started, you're the vibe of your vlogging and things like that is the what you've talked about enjoying on other channels. Like that's what I love. And I can work on things, but I feel like I'm hanging out with you, and that's kind of that. I just love that feeling, and that just makes me happy, to be working on my own things, and you feel like you're working alongside your creators that are your favorites. So yeah. So Lala asked if you have any recommendations on which yarn to use for the snails, Shy.
Yes, I prefer using chenille. This one is made with, this is velvet and this is chenille. So that would be my recommendation. My voice is going again. I'm so sorry. But either this baby chenille, I think DMC has tiny little skeins called Happy Chenille for small snails, and the regular big chunky. I know people make them in blanket yarn as well, but I don't know if I can get that here. I want to try it, but I don't know if I can get it here. So yeah, if you are shopping on Hobby, you can look at Honey Bunny and Toucan for yarns for the snails.
Is that a
I think this is from Panduro, which is a Swedish shop, hobby shop. This brown yarn is Honey Bunny from Hobby.
and is that like a 5 weight or bulky, or is it not that thick?
It's I don't know about weights with numbers on them because we don't
Mhm.
really do them here.
Oh,
But I
got
would
you.
call it a bulky, so
Yeah, like the
or a
blanket
chunky maybe
yarns,
even.
the
So
the blanket yarns that like a Bernat blanket is usually a
mhm.
6. And then
Okay.
I've seen a lot of the because Dollar Tree, if you're in the States, Dollar Tree sells chenille yarns now. So I've been buying them. I
Mhm.
haven't used them yet, but I'm excited to try that. Um, but yeah, they're usually a 5 on the skin. On the little labels will tell you the number. So like these
That
are
is probably a 5. I
these are 4
think I might
acrylic.
have one here, so I can check. Hang on. Maybe it says actually. I shouldn't be on here lying. You have a skein of Honey Bunny right here. Um, color 12. 6. Super bulky.
Okay, so
It
it is
says.
just like a
Look.
blanket. There it is. It's
Yeah.
the number in the skein. Yes. So Lala's gonna
But
try to find it.
typically we don't do yarn weights that way here, but obviously Hobby does, but they also sell internationally, so I'm not surprised.
Yep. Do you play the bingo? There's like hobby bingo that they do on. I think it's on Fridays,
I've never tried it. I saw the app, like an ad for the app the other day, and was like, oh, maybe I should try that.
right?
And then I forgot. So it's good that you said it. I'll look
One
into
in,
it.
one out.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, yes.
squirrel.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. Or snail in this case, right?
Yeah,
Snail. Wouldn't be that fast
exactly.
though. It'd be like snail. I've been so is there any this will be my last question because I know that I want to let you go. It's getting late for you and you do need to eat. So I guess I will have to let you go here, but is there any character that you could think of that you would want to crochet or you could see yourself making a pattern for? Like any Amis yourself?
Ooh. Like an already existing character,
Could be.
or
Yeah.
like,
Or like an animal, or is there anything
oh,
that's just like, oh my God, I love these. I really need to make it.
that's a very good question. I guess an Elsa, because I recently made cheddar, so
Hmm.
I need an Elsa.
She's talking
But
about her cat, guys, not Elsa from
yeah,
Frozen
no,
specifically.
not
She's
Elsa from
talking about her
Frozen.
cat.
My cat Elsa.
Cheddar's
um,
came out so cute. It's little Ami. Oh my gosh. So
so
cute.
grumpy.
She's so
That
grumpy.
one was awful to work on though with the cotton yarn. It was not very pleasant
Oh
for the
no.
hands, but he turned out good. So he turned out tiny and grumpy. So,
It's like
but
perfect, right?
yeah,
Cheddar to a T. Tiny and grumpy.
yeah.
Well, he's not really tiny though. He seems like he's kind of a big
No,
cat.
he's a big boy.
Yeah. No, my daughter ended up buying, or she didn't buy, let's be real, I bought it, but we went to Seaside recently and she's been really wanting sea monkeys. I don't know if you've ever heard of sea monkeys
Oh,
before.
yeah, yeah.
They're brine shrimp basically, but I
Mhm.
kid you not, they remind me of the little caterpillar from the Labyrinth. I don't know if you have ever seen that movie.
Oh, yeah.
You know the
Yeah,
little
I
blue
have.
caterpillar? So
Mhm,
probably if you zoomed in on them with a microscope, they would not be this cute, but like visually, just from the naked eye, they literally look
mhm.
like two little black eyes, a smile that then connects like through their tail, and then they have these like little wispies, like these little wispy feathery bits
Yeah,
that are white, and they come right up to the screen and to the tank, and they're just like, "Hello, what are you doing?" I think it's so cute. I want to like draw a character and crochet it. So that would be mine, is a
do
sea
it.
monkey. I
Do
don't think
it.
I've seen a pattern for a sea monkey yet, but
No, I don't think I've seen that either, so maybe you're onto something here. You
yeah,
should make them.
it's basically gonna look like the snail, but with like a feathery bits coming off its head, I think. So in his body. Oh my gosh. Well, you know what, Shy? I love you. You know that. But thank you so much for joining me on the
No, thank you
channel,
for
and
having me.
being my first guest in the Hive. I really
It's been
appreciate
super
you being.
fun.
Yes. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. And I hope everybody in the chat has enjoyed the interview with Shy. Please don't forget to throw yarn in her window, subscribe to her channel, and see what she's up to, because she's got a lot in the pipeline, I'm sure. And I can't wait to see what you come up with. So thank you guys for coming. And thank you, Shy.
Thank you. Thank you,
Bye.
thank you.